Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Damaris here. So today I'm coming to you guys with the first impression of the Revlon Colorstay Full Coverage 24-hour wear foundation. Now I don't know if I'm going to keep it on for 24 hours because that's so unrealistic, but I did apply it. You guys will see my first impression, me applying it and how I feel about it. So yeah guys, stay tuned if you want to see how this baby applies and what I think about it. Let's apply this foundation. We're going to go in with the Revlon Colorstay Full Coverage Foundation. And I did pick up the color 150 Buff. And it says it's 24-hour wear, which nobody wears foundation for 24 hours. At least I don't. So I'm going to apply it with my Sigma F60 foundation brush. And it's just a flat brush. I'm just going to use this and let's see if this is really full coverage, guys. I love full coverage foundation, especially foundations that I don't have to either color correct, you know, something quick. I just put it on and it's full coverage. I don't need to color correct and conceal and all that stuff. So yes, let's try this. Let me see what it says. Full coverage foundation, up to 24-hour wear, no caking or fading, lightweight, blends seamlessly. So let's see. I'm just going to squeeze some onto the brush and let's start on this side, guys. And I'm just going to brush it down. As you can see, it's a little lighter than I would want it to. Their color selection, guys, it was horrible. I bought another shade darker than this and it was so orange and I took it back. So this was really the closest one to my complexion. So I'm going to just put this on with this. I'm going to go over it with a beauty sponge just to pick up any product, but I promise you by the end, hopefully by the time I put my bronzer and everything else on, everything will look fine. So I don't put too much foundation on my forehead because I don't feel like I need that much coverage. So that's that, guys. That's one side, and let's go ahead and do the other side. And y'all already know I like full coverage. But yeah, this is really light. Lord have mercy. But it looks like it's covering very well. My problem areas, of course, are my chin. That's where I have my little acne scars. And as you can see there, it's still, you can still see like through the foundation. So I don't know if I want to go over top of it with more. This is so, oh my god, I look like a ghost. Maybe I should have picked up the next, not the darkest, not the, it seemed like their shades were, one was more yellow toned, and they had one with more orangey tone, like undertone in it. Then they skipped one, and warm and cool, and then the next one warm and cool, like if they skipped, you know, skipped some, if that makes sense. So I should have grabbed the next one darker, and so I can mix them up maybe, because I had to do that with the LA color ones, and I love these two. Oh my god, but this one's too light and this one's too dark, so I mixed them and they're perfect. That foundation is amazing. Oh my gosh. And that is definitely full coverage. All right, guys, so I'm going to, now that I applied that, I do like the coverage. I feel like the coverage is very nice. Yeah, I feel like the coverage is very nice. It is full coverage, but I feel like in my problem areas, you can still see where it peeks through. So this foundation will probably be one of the foundations that I would have to color correct a little bit on those areas that I have. So I'm going to go in with my LA Girl sponge, and I'm just going to spray with some Mario Badescu spray. And we're just going to bounce this on our face and just pick up any extra product and smooth that out, because it left the lines of the brush on there. Let me see if I can get closer. You can see like this area here, or even over here, you can see, look how light that is. But let's blend this baby in and see how it works. Guys, if you have not tried these LA Girl sponges, I love them. They're $2 at your local Family Dollar, and they work so good. Right now it's not really damp because it was sitting on my vanity, and I literally just sprayed it a little bit and that was it. All right, from the looks of this foundation, guys, I'm just removing the extra foundation. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it really, like you can really see my pores and like my my texture of like my skin. My skin has like very fine bumps, but I feel like you can really see it. Like the camera is probably fooling you guys. It's probably showing you that it's really clear, and just it's not. So you look at this area here, you can still see through it. Definitely not heavy at all. It's very lightweight, like you can't feel it. But I just don't like the way it looks on my skin. I feel like my skin looks dry, like it looks dehydrated with this on. So I'm definitely going to set this with some powder and do my concealer and everything, and I will come back, guys, and let you know what I think. All right, guys, so this is my finished makeup. As you can see, I don't look as pale. I did put some bronzer, a little bit of Revlon natural bronzer, some Smashbox for my cheeks, and then I use my e.l.f. heart something, this pretty highlighter here. Don't want to blind you guys. And yeah, guys, I am liking the foundation. I'm gonna get a little closer so you guys can see. As you can see here, you can still see some like freckles and discoloration. You can see a little bit of my acne scars. But for the most part, it looks okay. I'm going to church right now, so I will come back and show you guys what it looks like once I'm done, and hopefully it lives up to what it says, 24-hour wear, full coverage, and we will see how the makeup is holding up when I come back from church. And I wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on this foundation. Now, I feel like this foundation sits very well on my skin. I think it looked really good after I put some bronzer to bring some life back to my face, and my blush and everything. I feel like it came all together after that. The only complaint I have of this foundation, to be honest with you, is that it is not a full coverage like they say. Full coverage, in my opinion, is you can put it on and you don't even need a concealer. Like that type of coverage. Like a foundation that's going to cover any imperfection you have. No color correcting is necessary. That is what I consider full coverage. Does it have a really good coverage? Yes. Do I think it's full coverage firsthand when you put it on? No. I think to get like a full coverage, you would probably have to go in with more product and to get, you know, build it up basically. I do not recommend using a sponge to apply this, because a sponge is going to get rid of a lot of the product. So in the video, you guys seen that I used just a Sigma flat foundation brush, and I just basically just placed it on my skin and went in with the sponge just to blend it out a little more. I think the next time I use it, I'm just going to go ahead and use a more like buffing brush where I can just pack it on like stippling motion and then just go ahead and blend it out after that and see how the coverage is that time. But this foundation, I think it's okay. I mean, will I repurchase it? No, I don't think so. I've tried other drugstore full coverage foundations that are really full coverage and it's to my liking. And I'm not going to say that you're not going to like it. Everybody is different. You can definitely shear this out and make it into like a BB cream if you don't want the full coverage. It's not heavy on the skin. I feel like it sits very well on the skin. It does accentuate a little bit like my blackheads or like any pores, so you can see that a little bit more if you have like texture skin like I do. The camera makes it look amazing, but I do have like fine bumps on my face, and you can never hide texture, but I feel like certain products make the texture come out more. Certain foundations sit better on the skin, and my preference, it's not a foundation that I will probably repurchase. I feel like their color range is off. At the store where I got mine, it was $14.99. It was CVS, and I feel like they didn't have a large variety of colors. I feel like they were all very light. Even if I wanted to pick up darker colors for my clients, there's not a large range of colors. It's very minimal, which drugstores, a lot of their foundations are like that, where they don't carry darker colors. But I don't know. I don't think I would repurchase this, to be honest with you. I like other foundations, but I wanted to give it a try because I seen it when I walked in and I was like, what? Revlon full coverage? Okay, let's try this. And I know there's just so many on the market, so many different foundations, and sometimes it's impossible to buy every single one and try it out, but I did want to give this a try. And I mean, I would probably finish it off or maybe mix it with another foundation, but it's not something that I would repurchase. Again, it's $14.99 at my CVS. Probably if you find it in a Walmart, you're gonna get it a lot cheaper. I did pick up $150 in Buff. And yeah, guys, I feel like it set well. So the only thing I had to complain about was the color range and the separation around my nose, and that it's not really a full coverage. Is it matte? Yes, it sits on very matte. You see maybe a little bit of sheen, but that's because of my blush and my highlight. But yeah, as you can see, I'll get closer. As you can see, it separated around my nose area, and my nose is very oily, so it does separate around my nose. Even up here, you can see it where the foundation is up here, and then this is my skin here. So yeah, it really separated pretty bad around my nose, which is kind of embarrassing if you're somewhere and you're like, talking to people and your nose is, all your foundation is gone. But enough said, guys. That's how I feel about that foundation. But I hope you guys enjoyed this mini review. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys in my next video.